It's actually been a few days since I made a post, but here I am back. It's house here. A lot has gone on in the past couple of days. One thing that's hit the mind immediately was the town halls. You had two town halls take place the other day. One with Vivek Ramaswamy. You can correct me if I said the name incorrect. And then you have the propaganda town hall with Oprah Winfrey and Kamala Harris, Comrade Kamala. Now, to those who are critical thinkers, you see the very difference. It's a huge contrast between debate Kamala and then if off the cuff Kamala, if you will. Because those questions in the debate were supposed to be off the cuff, right? But if you go back, like I've told you all, and rewatch the debate, it was well performed. It was a performance. It's just like if you have a recital or something, you got to memorize it and you have to act it. Well, that's what we witnessed. Okay, folks are tearing her up online. That town hall she had with Oprah. I think even Oprah, folks are saying even Oprah was mortified by her word salad. One couple asked how was she going to lower prices, and she went on for 45 seconds about absolutely nothing. Sorry, my girl is getting ready for work. The noise in the background. Apologize. But she went on they counted her, for about 45 seconds where she said absolutely nothing. Spewed nothing but word salad. Even it's got to the point, Newt Gingrich, I seen a comment that he had made. Let me see if I can even pull it up. But Newt Gingrich, okay, I had it, but it's all right. But anyway, the word salad has become a trend, okay? Kamala Harris's word salad. It's gotten so bad, it's gotten so out of hand, and now you start to see why exactly they hit her, okay? Another thing that I want to talk about was Teamsters, the union. Now, what's so significant about this is this Teamster unit, they normally back the Democratic presidential candidate, okay? And I believe the last time they had not done so was back in 92 or something like that. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So it's been decades since Teamster has not backed a Democratic presidential candidate. And they did a poll amongst the workers, and the union workers, and 58% for Trump, 31% for Kamala, which forced the president, O'Brien of the Teamster Union, to pretty much say we're not going to endorse neither. But I was talking to someone the other day. I took an Uber to a little small city out here in Texas, Kerrigan, and I was talking to the Uber driver. That's what they offer is distraction. She comes here and stands right here. What you guys don't see, it's what you guys don't see off camera. Okay, I got a bunch of distractions going on. But anyhow, like I was saying, Uber driver took me out there and we were talking. She has completely just threw off my train of thought, guys. But neither here nor there. Just getting back, the Teamster Union, that's what we were focusing on. That they did not endorse Kamala Harris. Oh, that's what I was saying. And I was saying that might have been a subtle endorsement for Trump. Because they did at least, they may not have said they're not endorsing neither candidate. But what they did not have to do, what O'Brien did not have to do is he did not have to release the poll numbers, which showed that a drastic difference. The folks wanted Trump 58% to Kamala's 31. Okay, is this an indication on what's to come November 5th? Okay, of course, the mainstream media, they're going to try to spin it and say that Kamala's leaving. But if you pay attention, if you take the meat off the bones, you pluck from what they're really saying, they're still saying she's in the margin of error. And a tight race only works in Trump's favor because he has a history of underpolling. But come actual voting day, all the Trumpers flood, okay? So, but again, with these things, you never know. 2020, for example, okay? A lot of folks thought Trump was a shoo-in. Ended up being so close. Neither here nor there. So you had Teamster, they're not backing Kamala. You had the town hall with Oprah Winfrey and Kamala Harris, and then same day you had Vivek all the way out there in Springfield, Ohio. Ding 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 ding. Ring a bell? Yes, they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cats. You have a whole song about it. Okay. Trump is the only president I know that makes hits. Okay. Neither here nor there. You have Vivek Ramaswamy. I could be saying that wrong, but he goes out there to Springfield, Ohio. If I'm not mistaken, he's actually from there, or grew up there. Also, we know that J.D. Vance, of course, is from the great state of Ohio, but that's neither here nor there. He holds the town hall there, live streams it so that everybody can see it. Everybody can see it. But here's the thing. You go on YouTube and you try to see it, guess what? There's interference. It's blurry. It's the most horrid quality available in the year 2024. It's the most horrible quality that you could actually spew out in this year, in this age of technology and advancement. It's horrendous. But if you're able to stomach through, you see how genuine Vivek comes off, more genuine and more authentic than what you witnessed over there via Kamala Harris and Oprah Winfrey. I also watched where, of course, the residents, they stated what was going on. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was kind of hard to watch the whole thing, not for the sake of substance, but for the sake of quality. Okay. But I will say that Vivek, if this country continues to move forward and it just doesn't collapse, like where it's trying to head to, especially if she gets in office. But, hey, maybe Vivek on Trump's staff, who knows, very intelligent guy, articulate, well-spoken, and truly he's a real prime example of, it doesn't necessarily what your nationality or your heritage or what, but when you're an American, he's just showing that it doesn't matter. You could still be patriotic. Okay, and truly, I can honestly say I don't personally know Vivek, but everything I read from off of him is like, no, this guy genuinely cares about these United States of America. Okay, I view folks, especially that have gravitated to Trump, your RFK Juniors, your Tulsi Gabbards, your Vivek Ramaswamys, they have the same patriotic love, if you will, that Trump has, but they just articulate it and they go about it in a different manner. And I think that's what kind of gravitates not just them, but other people to Trump, because they all share that same, Trump is outspoken, he's a little bit brash, this, that, there, and the other. But it's good, it's nice to see him. He was on Gutfield. I don't know if folks watch Gutfield, okay? Very entertaining gentleman, but Trump had a surprise appearance on Gutfield, but you got to see him a little bit more candid, a little bit more transparent, okay? And I think that is the stark difference between Kamala and Trump. With Trump, you know what you're going to get. You know who he is. You know what I mean? Nothing that he says or does it's not going to too much surprise you. Okay? And then on top of that, even when he was in office, you got to see that even though he may have been this brash and all this, what he said he was going to do, he done it. He did it. Like him or not. But here it is, you have Kamala, who's currently the current administration. And it's not just me. She's been there 3.5 years as our vice president. But what do you know about her? Do you know her? What is she like? Who? You see what I mean? And I believe that is why when you watch that town hall with Oprah, it's like the first thing I thought, I'm like, wait a minute. Does Kamala know that the pandemic is over? They were doing it Zoom. And I'm like, when I said that she is running this campaign as if it's the pandemic, she's trying to use Biden's same playbook that he used back in 2020 when the pandemic was going on. So they had the excuse of not having to do the town halls or meet with the people. You could do Zoom, all this, that, there, and the other. I said that weeks ago, and boom, she has this town hall where, of course, there's people in the audience, but then I'm looking at a huge screen with a bunch of split screens of Zoom and folks zooming in to ask questions. I'm like, does Kamala know? The first thing I thought was pandemic. That's the first thing that came to mind. You see? And it was a good strategy. You heard me say this as well. It's a good strategy. Know your candidate. To keep her hidden, not let her talk as much, because now you're starting to see why she was the first to bow out of the Democratic primaries back in 2019. The more she opens her mouth, the more unlikable she becomes. She went to the National Black Association of Journalism, National Association Black Journalism, NABJ. Disaster. Again, word salad. Stark difference between debate Kamala when those questions were supposed to be off the cuff, but she performed it so well, the debate. Go back and watch. And then go watch her with Oprah, and then go watch her at the NABJ, National Association of Black Journalism, I believe. And then you watch her when she's leaving out of there and she goes to shake hands. Like she wanted to hurry up and get and wave down. Like, she's not, first of all, I say it all the time, she's not black, and she is not, I was going to say the F word, but she's not effing with us. She's not. And if you go watch Trump at the NABJ, first of all, way bigger crowd, huge, okay. Then you watch and see how they hammered Trump as far as questions that berate him. But Trump's going to Trump, and how Fisher sits there and try to run, steamroll him. So, he had some good comebacks and good quips, But then go and watch Kamala Harris. Bunch of word salad. One reporter, the young lady, she tried to press her a little bit but when it came to the questions about guns, because she says, I'm actually talking about like handguns, because Kamala wants to take it off to assault weapons and just, okay. And it's like, well, I'm just talking about handguns. Okay, you can go back and watch that, and it's just a total disaster. The more she opens up her mouth, you see she's not going to answer a question. She's going to talk about her time as a DA, Attorney General, and how she stopped transgender traffic for humans and drugs or whatever she says. She's got it memorized, you know what I mean? I'm the only candidate to prosecute trans and trafficking of humans and drugs. The same. Well, what are you going to do about lowering the prices on gas, food, Rents, they're going up in rent and all that. Well, I was raised a middle class kid. Kamala, what the hell does that have to do? What is where you grew up and the folks taking pride in their damn lawns have to do with these damn gas prices, Kamala? Can you answer that? Can you answer that, Kamala? Scamala? Neither here nor there. A lot of things going on. Race is truly amping up. Of course, just to change gears a little bit, my Niners took that L in week 2. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. We had Thursday night football the other day. Looks like Rodgers has gotten back into his groove with the Jets beating the Patriots. My Niners took that loss out there. We've been struggling out there in Minnesota for some years now. Outside of when they come to our backyard or we see them in the playoffs, out there when we go out there to Minnesota, we kind of struggle. But that's neither here or there. They're saying that football season is the highest it's been in a while as far as ratings, which is odd given that it's an election year. And I think that's because majority of Americans pretty much have their minds made up, and I believe that this watching the football is kind of like a stress reliever given these times. You know what I mean? And it leaves you, especially if your team wins. Certainly not if your team gets blown out like the Dallas Cowboys at home against the New Orleans Saints. Oh, she's listening. Usually she doesn't listen to me, guys, but she heard that. But neither here or there. Yeah. So much going on, guys. I want you guys to stay tuned. Leave a like. Comment. Definitely subscribe. House out.